really excited to chat with you guys. I've been playing your music a lot. I definitely consider you guys one of my new favorite bands, along with Dirty Honey.
Nice. Great
Yeah.
band.
You guys performed together not too long ago, is that right?
We did back in November. We played with them in Lubbock, Texas.
Lubbock, yep, that's right.
Oh, nice. That must have been a killer show.
It was good, yeah. Good Thursday. It was cold, a little snowy, I think, that day. Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
Cool. So how are you guys passing quarantine right now?
Well, we've been in the studio actually this week, working on some new material. So just trying to, get ahead and really take advantage of the time when we can't really play shows and just do whatever else we can do, So
Watching a lot of Tiger King and Getting Fat and Sassy.
Yeah, I watched that. I guess the best word to describe it is entertaining.
Yeah. Good way to pass some time for sure.
Yeah. That Carol Baskin, I tell you.
She's up to no good, I'm telling you.
Nice. Well, I really love the music videos that you released. Kind of like tells a story. It's a sequel, I guess you would say, one after the other. Which one was your favorite to record or film?
I would say Crazy was probably our funnest one, just because there's just so many fun things going on, one night, and it was a long night for us, and it was just so much fun. So hanging out, we had a big crew with us to kind of make it all come to life, and we worked with a producer on it, and he's just a character by himself, so it was good. It was fun.
Any crazy stories on set?
we can't mention all of those.
Yeah, say no more. So how do you see the music industry being affected by this, or when things reopen, what are your thoughts?
I think we're going to really have to take a good hard look at where the music industry is. I think it's always kind of gone through ups and downs, and there's been golden eras where you look in the 80s where people sold a lot after Thriller came out. That was a big thing for record sales, because previously sales were down a lot. So I think you just have to kind of roll with the times and make the most out of stuff. So, whether it's streaming, whether it's throwing extra content in, whether just finding new ways to reach people is important.
And Mark made a good point the other day where it's like, some of the smaller clubs right now are probably going to benefit from this. Some of the smaller bands or bands that have, are living day-to-day touring and stuff. So I think we'll be the first ones to maybe get a chance to get back to work, So we think of friends like John Moyer, who's in Disturbed, who, are doing major festivals that are not going to be able to get back to work till maybe late next year. So that's pretty cool. It's like, we really don't know. We're just kind of strapped in and going with whatever we can figure out, day to day.
Yeah, I know myself, I'm really itching to go back to see live shows. So, but, definitely have to think about the safety of everyone. And, there was actually a funny meme on Facebook of showing drive-in concerts. And then like cars, like bumper cars being the mosh pits.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we're kind of getting a taste of what maybe the future may hold, with technology being, in the forefront of things. And, will live streaming become a major thing, streaming concerts, where people could just watch from the comfort of their homes, who knows? It's, we're just definitely in a weird time for music, I think, and creative minds are getting to shine a little bit more, coming up with these creative ideas of how to get in front of our fans. So
yeah, that actually is what I was thinking. It's definitely allowing creative minded people already to be even extra creative and how to get content out to their fans and still make a living with virtual tip jars and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, I wanted to talk a little bit about rock music and, how you came to discover it and who or what inspired you to pursue music in the first place.
Well, for my story, I think it was, I grew up in a school where everybody was listening to rap music, and I just didn't relate to any of the stuff going on. So, but I discovered Audioslave that was a big big early influence for like wanting to do this thing, and just spinning that record nonstop, you know, on my way to school and on the way back. And I think that's really what kind of lit the fire for me, you know.
And for me, I mean, I grew up in a music family. My dad was an old school rocker. He was a singer. You know, wore women's clothes back in the day because they fit way better than, you know, men's clothes at the time. They had the long hair. So I definitely was raised in that lifestyle. So he kind of laid it in front of us, and we grew up around rock and roll. My mom loved soul music, so she had that Motown collection. So we would listen to Smokey Robinson and all that good stuff. So I think for me, it's just to kind of put the two together because I just love soul music and rock, the attitude behind it. And I was raised in a music family, so it's like I knew nothing else besides just music. And once I, you know, fell in love with it and realized how powerful it was with allowing me to show who I was, because I was very shy as a kid. This was a way for, you know, me to maybe feel like somebody or feel important and stuff like that. And so there's so many layers to just getting into music and why I've done it. But I'm very fortunate of it. I mean, I would never change anything about it. It's a long road, you know, as they say, it's a long road to the top of if you want to rock and roll.
Exactly. What about Little Richard? You know, he just passed away. Were your parents a fan of him?
They were. I mean, like I said, I was. I mean, she had the hot albums and stuff. So, I mean, she would get that in the mail, I think, every month. So, yeah. I mean, I was raised on all that stuff. I mean, the Elvis and everything. There were so many people I was inspired by. You know, I love Michael Jackson and Prince and those people with the big personalities and stuff like that. And Little Richard was one of those people who had a great big personality, and you know, he was the soul of rock and roll.
Mm-hmm. I think that definitely reflects in your music, because I can hear a little bit of, you know, different elements of rock.
Thank you.
I really love Misery, you know, that the groove of it. I really love that.
You probably have to give that to Nate. I mean, that little drum pattern kind of made that whole song in a sense, you know, just the way that it carried that riff and stuff. So, you know, kudos to him for being so creative and so talented. And it just shows how important everybody's part is to making a song. You know, we can't do it by ourselves, and we depend on everyone to make this thing a reality. So.
Awesome. So for 2021, you know, what are your plans? You know, I know it's hard to, you know, predict, you know, what's going to happen, but what are your hopes?
I think we're hoping that we can return to touring by that time, and hopefully things will get back to where they've been. But we also have to prepare ourselves if they're not. So I think we're kind of cautiously optimistic, and just, you know, hoping for the best.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, once things kind of come back, they're going to come back super fast. So what I would say or encourage, you know, anybody that may be tuning in or listening, who's in a band, maybe this is a great time to prepare, you know. While you have that off time, maybe this is a good time to maybe make those connections or make that, you know, that game plan, maybe music videos or studio time, or just building spreadsheets of venues and contacts, you know, just doing anything that can maybe help you, because once it does come back, it's going to come back super fast because people are so eager to get back out and, like you said, experience that live interaction, that live music, you know. And because we haven't had it for so long, we may see a great surge from this, you know, where people are just flooding venues, and that's fantastic, because that's what we want and we need and we love, you know, is being in front of people and rocking.
Before we sign off, is there anything else that you want to mention or promote?
Well, we have our TV platform called Black Cartoons TV. You can access that at blackcartoons.tv. And it's kind of our premium content portal at the moment. So we're putting everything that's brand new and cutting edge over there. So like whether it's sneak previews of new songs or, you know, maybe some kind of blast from the past content, it's all going to be there. So, you know, definitely check that out if you're a fan of the band.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, I appreciate the time that you took, and I hope you guys have a great weekend.
Well, we
Stay safe.
Yeah,
in Texas, right? Are you guys
That's
in
right.
Austin or?
Austin, that's right.
Austin,
yeah.
Texas.
Love that town.
It could be fun. A lot of drunken nights, you know.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Minus 6 shenanigans.
All right. Well, thanks again, guys, and take care.
Awesome.
You
Thank you
too.
so
Thanks,
much.
Jen.
Appreciate it.